you're welcome to CITAM Church Online. It's such a joy to have you come and just come back to watch our videos. And thank you for being part of the CITAM Church Online family. It's a joy that we can fellowship, we can have these conversations going, especially in these unprecedented times when the globe is almost at a shutdown. You know, in today's conversation, I would want us to continue with the messages of hope, just encouraging ourselves and reminding ourselves of the sovereignty of God. And in today's video, we will just be talking about God and how He's in the in-between. You know, especially for us human beings, we are limited. We are not able to know the end from the beginning. But you know, it is not so with God. He has the end in mind. He already sees the end from the beginning. Why? Because He created the beginning and the end. And especially in these seasons where we feel like we are in a global shutdown and everything is almost coming to a standstill, it is very possible for us to find ourselves wondering, when will this come to the end? And sometimes it is very normal for any human being to feel like this thing is never going to come to an end, and this uncertainty that comes with it, the uncertainty of even the fear of contracting the COVID-19, the fear of even dying, the fear of the economic shutdown and many families being locked in homes, and some of these families losing their livelihoods because in this season a number of organizations and companies and businesses have had to shut down and release some of their staff. It is very normal for this uncertainty to grip you and for you to wonder, when will this come to a stop? I came to remind you and to encourage you that God is in the in-between. He is in the in-between. He is in the beginning up to the end. He has everything figured out. Most of the times, my human mind cannot figure the in-between. But I came to remind you that God is in the in-between. In fact, in Matthew chapter 28, verse 20, when Jesus is speaking to the disciples and giving them the command and the Great Commission, and he's going away, of course, he was speaking to a team that was very anxious because they were used to being with the Master. They were used to getting the answers from the Master, and then suddenly he's going away from them. So he had to give them an assurance. He tells them to obey his commandments, but he also gives a very solid assurance that he is going to be with them to the end of time. Why do I say that God is in the in-between? It is because there is nothing that is not figured out in his calendar of events. There is nothing that is not figured out in his calendar of activity. It is in record that a season like this would have come where the globe is at a lockdown, and he says, I will be with you to the end. It's not just Jesus saying to the disciples, giving the disciples this comfort, but we can apply it in our context that God will be with us even in this season. He is in the in-between, between the beginning of the pandemic, between the beginning of the challenges that have caught up with the world in this season, to the end. So he's not just going to be with us at the beginning, but he's going to carry us in the in-between to the very end of time. And he also says in Hebrews that he will never leave us, he will never forsake us. You know, God does not take pleasure in his people being in challenge. While he allows things to happen, he does not abandon us to the shame of defeat. And that is my message and encouragement to you, that if you're watching this video and you're in the middle of a crisis because of the global lockdown, I need to remind you that God is in the in-between. I may be talking to somebody that is so discouraged because they have just lost their job. They have been told to stay at home, and of course at the end of the month there may not be something to get to your accounts because you have not been working. Some of them are businesses, and it doesn't make economic sense for you to get paid. My encouragement to you is that even now, God is in the in-between of the beginning of this challenge even to the end. So be encouraged, be inspired that God will not leave you, He will not forsake you, He will carry us through this season, and we are encouraged to know that this same God that has allowed this season to come, that is in charge and in control over the affairs of the universe. Thank you for watching CITAM Church Online. I believe that you've been encouraged that God will not leave us in the middle of this uncertain times. He's going to carry us through. He's going to walk us through because He's a faithful Father and is in charge over the affairs of men. Thank you for watching CITAM Church Online. My name is Spirit. You can continue with these conversations on our social media platforms. Send us prayer items. We are praying for you. We believe that God is touching your life and transforming you even as you sit in your homes, wherever you are and you're watching us from. We believe and know that God is taking care of each one of us. Thank you for watching. God bless you.